Yes, good afternoon, friends. As given four numericals for homework in basic electrical engineering in last lecture, lecture number 4, I just put the solution to those numericals. The first numerical homework was where 10 and 20 ohm resistance is connected in series and 200 volt voltage source given to it, and you have to find out the voltage drop across resistance 1. So we called that voltage drop as V1 and voltage drop V2 for resistance R2. And this particular numerical is on series and parallel circuit, that is on voltage and current division rule, where to find V1 and V2 you can use simple formula. V1 is equal to V multiplied by the same branch resistance, as we are finding the voltage across R1, therefore the resistance of same branch divided by the summation of two resistance connected in series. Now the total voltage which is applied here is 200 volt. The resistance which is present here is 10 ohms, and the resistances which are to be in the denominator, that is 20 plus 30 ohms. So I think this is 30. So this will give you the value of, I just check whether the resistance values is 10 and 30. Yes, it is 10 and 30, and the voltage which is applied is 200 volt. So what you get is equal to, now 10 plus 30 is 40, so therefore you get 200 multiplied by 10 upon 40, where the 0 get cancelled, and 4 5s are 20, 4 5s are 20, so 4 5s are 20, it means it is equal to 50 volts. So the value of voltage V1, it is equal to 50 volt. Now to get the value of V2, there are three simple steps. The first way of getting that is by applying KVL, and what KVL says, the total voltage V is equal to V1 plus V2. Now the value of V is 200 volt, the value of V1 is 50 volt, and the value of V2 is to be calculated. So implies V2 is equal to, now we just do the position change. So you get 200 minus 50 gives you 150 volts. One process, another way of getting that is by applying voltage division rule. So VDR, and as we have applied voltage division rule in getting V1 value, same way V2 can be calculated by using the same. Now V2 is equal to, again the total voltage which is here is 200 multiplied by the resistance for which we are finding the voltage, that is 30 ohms. So it is 30 divided by 10 plus 30, it means it is equal to 40. Again that 0 get cancelled, 4 5s are 200, that is 200 divided by 4 gives you this, and 53s are 150, so therefore it is equal to 150 volt. You can see both the voltages are same. Both the voltages are same. So by this, these either or the way you can find out the value of second voltage drop across 30 ohm resistance. Okay, so I think all of you have clear with this methodology. So this is called as voltage division rule. Now let us check the second numerical which is given as homework. Okay, now in second numerical, the given voltage is 20 volts and the resistance, two resistances of 15 ohm are connected in series, rather two resistances are connected in parallel. Okay, so this is 30 and then this one is 60. And here the voltage which is applied here, that is between positive and negative. Between positive and negative, it is 20 volts. Okay, and then we have to find out the voltage across 15 ohm and 30 ohm, or even we can say that voltage across 60 ohm, that is I just named these voltages. V1 is the voltage across 15 ohm and V2 is the voltage across 30 or 60 ohm that we have to find out. Now, for getting the value of V1, what will you do? Again, the formula will be same. V1 is equal to, right, V into R1 upon R1 plus R2. But here there are two resistances and both are connected in parallel. So one thing which I just want to share here, if you have two resistances connected in parallel, but you are getting the voltage division in the circuit, then I suggest you to solve this parallel combination. I suggest you to solve the parallel combination because see, V1 is the voltage drop across 15, but this voltage division takes place due to the parallel combination of 30 and 60. You cannot use only 30 in the equation. You cannot use 30, only 30 in the equation. I just show you how we get that. So V1 is equal to V. Now V is what? 20 multiplied by R1. So R1 is how much? 15, right? Across which you have to find the voltage. So 15 divided by that. If you say, sir, 15 plus 30, that will not work. That will not work because how much is the value of this resistance? This particular branch resistance is not only 30 because you are finding the voltage between these two terminals. So these two terminals voltage V2 is because of 30 and 60, right? So therefore, you have to, what you have to do, you have to solve this parallel combination of 30 and 60. You can do this thing like 30 parallel 60, and if you want separately, you can find the value of 30 parallel 60. Right? So I suggest you to find this 30 parallel 60 first. So I just write that 30 parallel 60 here. So what we can write is 36 parallel 60, it is equal to 30 into 60 parallel combination R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. Same way, 30 into 60 upon 30 plus 60 upon 30 plus 60. Now how much we get? Here, I just keep this numerator as it is. I don't change that 30 and 60 by a combination, but I just add these two values. So 30 plus 60 is equal to 90. What I get is 31 is 33 is 90, and 3 2s means 20. So how much is the parallel combination of the two? It is 20 ohms. So what now I can do? Therefore, V1 is equal to what I get now? 20 multiplied by 15 divided by, see, the parallel combination which I am getting is this one. So 50 plus 20. Now how much is this value? So it is 20 into 50, correct? So 20 into 50 divided by 20 plus 15, that is 35. So 5 3s are 15, 5 7s are 35, right? So 23 is 60 divided by 7. It is equal, right? So now what do you get? You get the value of V1 is equal to 60.7. So you can solve this combination, right? Right? 8.57 volts. 8.57 volts. Okay. And now how to get V2? So V2 can also be calculated by using VDR, that is 20 multiplied by. Now same resistance. Now what is the parallel combination of the two? It is 20 divided by 15 plus 20. Right? So it is equal to 20 into 20 divided by 35. Just do the calculation. Here you will get the value of voltage V2, and that V2 is equal to. So it is I think it is 43, right? So 11.43. 11.43. I just check. Yes, 11.43 volts. So this is what the value of voltage V2. That is V2 is the voltage drop across 30 as well as 60. Okay. So this is your second numerical. This way you can solve the numerical. But please remember that whenever you have this kind of combination, you cannot consider only one resistance for the branch, because this particular branch consists of two resistances, two elements connected in parallel. So voltage division, this V2 is just not only because of 30, it is also because of 60. That is the parallel combination of that two, right? So these two parallel combination can give you the voltage drop of Okay, so this is your second numerical. This is your second numerical. Please keep a note of it. Okay, now I just take third numerical. So I have given two numericals on voltage division. Now I just solve third numerical. In third numerical, we have this kind of circuit. Okay. Now the value of current 20 ampere is given. Then 10 ohm. The other one is 10 and 10. Okay. So 20 ampere. So we have to find out the value of current I1 and I2. So let us call this current. See, if you are calling this current as I1, there is okay, no issue. I just call this current as I1, and the second one is I2. Okay, but the thing is, like numerical number 2, here in numerical number 3, these two resistances are connected in series. So this I2 is not only because of one 10 ohm resistance, the single 10 ohm resistance. I2 is the effect due to both the resistances connected in series. So this branch current, this is one branch. This is one branch. So this branch current is I2, and it is because of the two series combination of 10 ohm resistances. Okay. So while writing the expression for say I1, you cannot say current I multiplied by R2. You cannot only say R2. It is because of R2 and R3. And how these two resistances R2 and R3 connected in the network. R2 and R3 are the resistances connected in series. And what is the series combination of the two? Series combination of the two is plus. So what this plus is indicating? Plus is indicating series. Okay, so I just keep it in the square bracket. Plus is indicating series divided by. Okay, now what we have R1 plus again R2 plus R3. So this particular plus sign between R2 and R3, this particular plus sign R2 and R3 is indicating both are connected in series. Okay, so now what I can write is current I. What is the total current I? 20 ampere multiplied by R2 plus R3. It is 10 plus 10, right? So it is 20. Or if you want, I just write 10 plus 10 divided by 10, right? Plus 10 plus 10, right? So it is equal to 20 into 10 plus 10, 20. 20 into 20, 400. So it gives you 400 divided by 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 10, 30. So what I get is 40 upon 3 ampere. And what is 40 upon 3 ampere? 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 12, right? Right? 3 fours are 12. I think I'm doing some mistake. No, yes, 3 threes are 9. 3 threes are 9. And 1, 3 threes are 9. 3 threes are 9. And therefore, I just write it as this one. This is the value of current I1. Okay. Now, what you can do while calculating I2? I2 is equal to, see, I2 it means this particular current, this particular branch current. This branch current is this complete branch current from this point to this point. So therefore, what I can write is total current. Now, how much it is? 20 ampere multiplied by opposite branch resistance. Now, opposite to this complete branch, the resistance which is present is 10. So 10 divided by, again, what you can write is 10 plus 10, R2 plus R3 plus R1, that is 10. And now what I get is again 200 upon 30. It is 200 upon 30. And this how much? 20 upon 3. So how much? 3 6 are 18, 3 6 are 18, and so on. So this is what the value of current I2. Okay. So this is our solution to numerical number 3. Okay. Now I just solved numerical number 4. I just saw numerical number 4. Okay. In numerical number 4, a voltage source of 200 volt is given. Sorry, 20 volt is given with a parallel combination of the two resistances. Parallel combination of the two resistances. Okay, so 20 volt. Parallel combination of the two. So it is 10 ohm. Another resistance is 20 ohm. Again, you have to calculate the currents through respective branch. So I now just call this current as I1. See why I am writing, indicating the current I1 direction downward, because positive is given upward. Okay, and negative is present here. So with respect to this positive terminal, current starts from this end, positive end, and starts passing through this branch. Okay, and then reaches to this particular point. At this point, the current is divided into two. Let us say this current, left hand side current is I1, right hand side current is I2. Left hand side is I1, right hand side is I2. And with respect to this, as the orientation of this I1 current is downward, even the orientation of current I2 is also downward. Okay, in electrical, this orientation of current is plays a very important role. Okay, now let us follow the process. Okay, so now I have to call, find out I1 ka value. So I1 is equal to, now how much is, what is the current division rule equation, you know, so therefore I just like put the value 20 ampere. Okay, but now this current which we need is I, right, multiplied by opposite branch resistance R2 divided by R1 plus R2, right? So like, to get this I1, we don't have the value of I, because here the known value is the voltage source value 20 volt. That is not the current value. And this current, let us say this current is current I. So we don't have the value of this current I. It means what we have to do? We have to find out the value of that current I so that we can put it here. The known values are R1 and R2. These three values are known. This value we have to put so that we can find out this I. Okay. Now how to get this value I? See, if you just check 10 and 20 both are connected in parallel, so we can find out the equivalent resistance. So R equivalent is equal to 10 parallel 20. 10 parallel 20. Now 10 parallel 20, it means what? 10 into 20 divided by 10 plus 20. Now it is equal to 200 divided by 30. Right? 0 get cancelled. And how much is the resistance value? It is 20 by 3. How much it is? 6.667 volts. That is what the equivalent resistance which is present. So equivalent resistance is 6.667 or 20 upon 3. Right? But what we need? We just need the value of current I. We just need the value of current I. And how to get that current I? This current I can be calculated by using Ohm's law. Ohm's law. So I is equal to V upon R equivalent. Now voltage value is 20 volt. The resistance, it is 20 upon 3 and it is equal to. Now 3 goes upward, 20 get cancelled, and therefore you get 3 ampere. 3 ampere. Okay, so this is what the value of the total current. It means now we got this value. It means we got this value. So if we have this particular value, we can easily find out the values of I1 and I2, right? And how to get that value? Those values can be calculated by using current division rule. So CDR. Now current division rule CDR is equal to, now what can we do? So directly put the values. I1 is equal to total current I. Now what is the value of total current I? 3 ampere. Okay, multiplied by opposite branch resistance. So when we are calculating current through this particular branch, the opposite branch which is present is 20 divided by 20 plus 10. So it is equal to 30. So what we get? 3 into 20 upon 20 plus 10, that is 30. Now 0 get cancelled, 3 get cancelled, and you get 12. Okay. Then same way, the value of I2 is equal to, say 3 multiplied by opposite branch resistance, that is 10 upon 20 plus 10. and it is equal to 3 multiplied by, just check, it is 10 upon 30, again 0 0 get cancelled, 3 3 get cancelled, and you get 1. Okay, so that's all with this numerical solution to fourth numerical, that is homework fourth numerical. Okay, so that's all. Hope you understood the concept of finding the solution to this homework numerical. So that's all with the solution. Thank you very much. We'll see few more numericals in next lecture. Thank you.